coin clinked in the tense silence of a dark alley as an accusatory figure questioned the dark-haired young man about hidden plans. The air thickened with menace as a mysterious man threatened Miss with his swords, his presence casting a dark shadow over the confrontation. A muscular man brandished a hammer and threatened Yi with cold fury. Yi urged the concerned listener to hand over the windfire ape hide for safety, promising to fetch reinforcements. A threatening figure hoisted a large bag above Yi, thickening the tension. Yi was suddenly launched into the air with a powerful force, startling everyone around him. Tension filled the forest as the dark-haired young man shouted at an unseen figure and demanded the object in its possession. He confidently held up a skinned object and declared that he had skinned it himself, insisting it was safer to hold. The dark-haired young man stared in stunned disbelief when he recognized a familiar figure. A smug man mocked Yi, sneering that the Nine Heavens Alliance lacked true unity. In a tense forest, a young man with dark hair expressed his frustration, questioning the priorities in their dire situation regarding the Windfire Ape's hide. A furious woman confronted Wan with urgency, accusing her of betrayal against the Nine Heavens Alliance. A charged atmosphere thickened as he confronted Miss, his frustration boiling over. He questioned why she suspected him instead of the newcomer. The tension escalated as a young man with dark hair expressed disbelief about the supposed traitor, challenging the situation unfolding around him. A muscular figure raised a large hammer, threatening a defiant and unyielding young man with dark hair. He couldn't understand why accusations were flying around him. A furious character swung a hammer down towards a falling Yi, blaming a brat for ruining everything. A sense of urgency filled the air as a young man with dark hair warned Lord Lei about a critical missed opportunity. A muscular figure raised his hammer high, threatening Wan with furious intent. A confident young man with dark hair boasted about his speed, claiming his opponent couldn't even touch him. Blue energy crackled as he swung his weapon, ready to confront an unseen opponent. A menacing figure loomed, issuing a cold command to eliminate a target and seize their valuable hide. A muscular figure swung a large hammer upwards, filled with fierce determination, ready to unleash his strength. A surge of disbelief coursed through him as he processed the startling revelation of a second-stage master realm. He reacted with incredulity to the surprising news. A menacing figure stood confidently, knives in hand, declaring that they were prepared to confront the Nine Heavens Alliance. He struck with furious determination, his powerful attack catching the opponent off guard. A determined young man with dark hair raised his sword, his focus unwavering as he stared into the distance, ready for what was to come. A tense moment unfolded as he faced an aggressive figure, the sound of steel ringing through the air. He blocked the attack aimed at him, standing firm against the sword-wielding figure's fury. A cloaked figure lunged toward Yi, sword drawn, unleashing a storm of energy blasts around them. Yi prepared to defend against the impending attack. Rain poured down as three characters stood alarmed, tension crackling in the air. He shouted a warning to his allies, urging them to act. A thick fog enveloped the forest as two bald figures exchanged surprised glances, their senses heightened in the tense atmosphere. Mystical energy swirled around Yi as he focused intently on the menacing figure before him. Mystical energy burst forth as he prepared to unleash a powerful attack, his determination shining through despite his anxious demeanor. A menacing figure lunged forward, cackling as he threatened Miss over her choices. A sense of urgency filled the air as a figure warned Yi of an impending danger. He stood resolutely, confronting the monstrous shadow that loomed menacingly behind him, ready to face whatever came next. A sudden noise shattered the tense atmosphere, leaving a young man with dark hair visibly shocked. A pig-like character was tied up on a wooden structure, eyes wide with alarm and fear. A dark energy enveloped a determined young man as he activated RH, signaling a critical moment in the unfolding conflict. A fierce young man lunged forward, weapon raised, ready to strike his opponent. A dark energy swirled around a determined young man as he unleashed a powerful shadow attack against his rival. A dark figure brandished a sword, taunting his rival with a smug confidence that echoed through the air. A tense moment hung in the air as he clutched the weapon tightly, concern etched on his face. A fierce young man with dark hair slashed forward with two glowing swords, embodying determination and power in the heat of battle. A dark tension filled the air as a furious young man with dark hair yelled at an unseen opponent, gripping a round object tightly. A triumphant young man with dark hair gripped his opponent's face, declaring victory over the battle they had just fought. A serious and analytical woman assessed an extraordinary combatant's abilities with concern, noting he fought above his grade and defeated foes much stronger than himself. He focused intently as fierce energy blasts erupted around him, creating a chaotic battlefield filled with tension and uncertainty. A desperate woman called out for Yi's help, urgency lacing her voice as he stood silent and distant. He stared intensely at something unseen, his wide eyes reflecting a mix of anxiety and determination as the tension in the air thickened. A fierce young man lunged forward with a weapon, ready to strike his opponent. Electric energy surged around Yi, leaving him overwhelmed and terrified by the shocking sensation coursing through his body. A fierce young man with dark hair strategized, determined to take down the Thunderlion Alliance leader first. A powerful energy explosion radiated from the center, shaking the very ground beneath him. He unleashed a burst of energy, demonstrating his fierce determination. A muscular figure unleashed a burst of energy, surrounded by crackling purple lightning, as the atmosphere thickened with tension and fury. A looming figure threatened Yi, asserting dominance with a condescending tone about the gap in the master realm. A menacing figure confidently brandished a glowing sword while threatening Yi, declaring his unmatched power in the Thunder Net domain. A determined figure yelled a command, urging his teammates to join him underground as his glowing sword illuminated the urgency of the moment. A tense confrontation unfolded as he faced a shadowy figure, defiance radiating from him. He questioned his survival, disbelief evident in his tone. A tense atmosphere thickened as Yi's eyes widened in shock, fear coursing through him. A menacing figure with glowing eyes faced off against a fearful opponent, the tension palpable in the air. He intimidated the butcher, who reacted in terror. A monstrous boar head with glowing red eyes emerged from the darkness, crackling energy surrounding it. He faced the terrifying creature, his resolve unwavering despite the looming threat. The monstrous boar unleashed a deafening roar, shaking the ground beneath him. Electricity crackled around Yi as he grimaced, his body tense against the overwhelming pain in the darkened surroundings. He unleashed a powerful swing of his sword, fury radiating from him as he struck at the target with fierce determination. A fierce-looking character stared up at a sword raised above him, realizing the gravity of the situation. He thought the brat's skill was from the climbing pond realm, yet it was actually affecting him. Yi's face twisted in anger as he glowered with hatred towards an unknown target, filled with a fierce determination to eliminate the threat. A frantic character warned Yi to run, claiming he was no match for the looming threat. An aggressive figure lunged forward, believing escape was impossible for the resolute young man with dark hair. He defended fiercely against the attack. He delivered a powerful kick towards an unseen target, his fierce determination radiating through the intensity of the moment. A shadowy figure loomed over a fallen man, exuding an air of arrogance as they prepared to deliver a deadly threat. The figure declared that the man's realm was insignificant and that one kick would be enough to end him. He lies on the ground, vulnerable and exhausted after the fierce confrontation. A fierce and powerful figure raised a large hammer, his expression filled with determination as he prepared to strike. A hand gripped a glowing object tightly, embodying a resolve that seemed to pulse with life. He held the glowing object, reflecting on the life it represented. A fierce and powerful figure leaped high into the air, gripping a massive hammer, ready to strike. A fierce figure swung a massive hammer, the air crackling with anticipation of the impending impact. A powerful sword crackled with red lightning, illuminating the dark atmosphere as he prepared for the impending battle. He focused intently, channeling energy into his strike, ready to confront his opponent with unwavering determination. Electric energy surged around Yi as he lay on the ground, struggling against the overwhelming power. A menacing figure loomed over the fallen character, brandishing a glinting blade with a threatening presence. The mysterious figure questioned if the injured character knew about Mist's background. Tension crackled in the air as he stood defiantly against the enemy leader, his resolve unwavering despite the looming threat. He warned the enemy leader that any harm to Mist would provoke the Nine Heavens Alliance. The enemy leader dismissed the warning with a mocking laugh, belittling the strength of the Nine Heavens Alliance. He assured Yi that Mist would not be killed, but his brothers planned to have some fun with her first. Yi shouted defiantly, challenging his unseen opponent with a fierce intensity that echoed through the charged atmosphere. A fierce energy surged from a determined and powerful man. He unleashed a formidable blast directed at an unseen target. He turned sharply, his gaze fixed on the opponent, determination radiating from him. An unknown figure lunged forward, fury etched on his face, as the man screamed in response to the impending attack. A fierce light erupted as a determined and powerful man prepared to unleash a devastating attack. He shouted the name of his move, Falling Star. A surge of panic filled the air as a young man with dark hair screamed in shock, grappling with the chaos unfolding around him. A bloodied character gripped his sword tightly, eyes wide with disbelief at his opponent's survival. He questioned the technique he had just witnessed. The impact of a powerful kick resonated, causing Yi to clutch his chest in disbelief. He reflected on how the golden-scaled armor had saved him from certain death. A cunning and confident young man smirked as he reflected on his tactical maneuver against Lei Gang. He revealed that his opponent had underestimated him. A fierce expression crossed a young man with dark hair as he issued a warning about an expert's presence. He launched an electric attack through the dark forest, fury igniting his every move as he vowed they would meet again. Anxiously, he held a knife tightly, while an older man watched him with shock and confusion. An older character shouted at Yi, who stood nervously but defiantly, weapon in hand, ready to face the aggression head-on. The tension escalated as Yi struggled against the older man, desperate to break free from the restraint. A concerned figure approached, checking on Yi and another character, worried about their well-being. A rugged man expressed admiration for Mist, while revealing critical information about a boy who had saved him and injured Lei Gang, yet the latter escaped. He expressed deep gratitude, promising that upon returning to, he would treat the older man to a massage, a feast, or fine wine. A young man with dark hair warned Uncle to stop teaching Yi bad habits. Still, he questioned how an enemy could defeat someone at first-rank Climbing Pond realm. A mysterious energy hung in the air as a hand reached out towards the ground. Shadowy figures loomed over a terrified young man with dark hair, their menacing presence filling the air with fear. A desperate character pleaded for mercy, citing his wife's pregnancy and his sick mother as reasons for his wrongdoings. A cunning and sinister man taunted Yi, ominously promising to take care of his wife and child. A tense silence filled the air as a young man with dark hair urgently pleaded for someone to reconsider their actions. A fierce determination ignited within him as he lunged forward, delivering a powerful strike to his opponent. A tense atmosphere loomed in the forest as a young man with dark hair warned Mist about a potential ambush. A calm and composed woman reassured Yi that she had already sent a distress signal to the Nine Heavens Alliance for help. Yi presented 2 high-grade recovery pills, hoping to restore strength to those in need. Yi assessed the glowing object in his hand, realizing its worth could significantly impact their situation. The atmosphere shifted as an imposing elder gestured with a weapon, leaving Yi intrigued by the display. The tension escalated as a blue-haired character executed a powerful kick, striking Yi, who looked concerned and apprehensive. Yi, filled with curiosity, asked Mist if she could use her sonic attack on him as she stood calmly with her instrument. Mist proposed using her soundwave attack to help him train his movement skills, her voice filled with curiosity. Yi reflected seriously, understanding that the shadow sweep skill required continuous practice to improve. He felt anxious as he realized his only movement skill was insufficient against real experts. Miss smiled playfully and warned Yi that his safety might be at risk due to their power difference. Determined, a young man with dark hair stepped forward, ready to confront the challenges that lay ahead. He prepared himself, focused and determined, as another character observed, curious about his strength and potential abilities. A mystical figure with glowing eyes played a large instrument, surrounded by shimmering lights that danced in the ethereal atmosphere. A mystical figure with glowing eyes strummed the strings of a magical instrument, unleashing bursts of energy into the air. He stood resolute, a powerful aura surrounding him as he braced himself to unleash his hidden strength against an unseen threat. He unleashed a sweeping attack, channeling his fierce determination as shadows danced around him. He shouted a battle cry, his voice filled with determination as energy radiated around him. An anxious tension hung in the air as a concerned and troubled female character expressed her doubts about her abilities against a powerful opponent. A fierce energy surged from a determined and fierce young man, illuminating the dark surroundings with intense power. He unleashed a powerful attack, channeling all his rage into the energy blast. A fierce young man leaped dramatically, poised to attack his opponent with unwavering determination. A mystical figure channeled energy, manipulating strands of light with unwavering focus. A fierce young man channeled energy, his intense pose reflecting unwavering focus as he prepared to unleash his power on an unseen target. A worried figure expressed concern about Miss' seriousness, fearing she might accidentally harm Yi in the process. A fierce young man stood surrounded by darkness, his glowing red eyes exuding an ominous aura that heightened the tension in the air. A fierce young man leaped into the air, embodying determination and excitement as he prepared for the challenge ahead. The atmosphere thickened with tension as Yi and another character exchanged alarmed glances over the unsettling counting. A red serpentine form surged through the vibrant chaos, a testament to focused determination amidst the rising energy. He counted aloud, intent on tracking an elusive adversary. Energy swirled around a focused and determined young man as he extended his arm, ready to unleash his power. He generated energy blasts, showcasing his confidence in the face of impending threats. A surge of intensity radiated from Yi as he gripped the sword tightly, ready to confront the looming challenges ahead. He swung his weapon with fierce intensity, channeling all his determination into the action. He stomped down on the ground, sending debris scattering as he prepared for the confrontation ahead. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a fiery glow as he ran towards a distant, shadowy figure, determination etched on his face. The atmosphere crackled with energy as a determined young man activated his newfound power, exhilaration radiating from him. The tension escalated as a protective and assertive figure blocked an aggressive and determined attack from Miss. A tense atmosphere settled over the scene as an unidentified character called out to Miss, breaking the silence with urgency. An anxious figure apologized seriously, standing before Yi, who listened attentively to the unexpected breach of trust. The determined young man with dark hair suggested it was safe to retreat, confident the Thunderlion Alliance wouldn't cause more trouble. He stood in contemplation, considering the invitation from the group, while a muscular figure with a hammer turned away in the background. He stood in the forest, visibly bemused while addressing an unseen presence, revealing his determination to handle matters alone. A warm figure with long hair and a crown expressed care as she stood amidst the trees, preparing to bid farewell. She advised Yi to be careful before returning to the Nine Heavens Alliance. She promised a special welcome gift, eager for his success. A thick fog enveloped the forest as a young man with dark hair watched a group of mysterious figures approaching through the mist. He raised his hand and waved at the figures, concern etching his features. The forest was alive with whispers of hope as a young man with dark hair moved through the trees. He hoped the treasures would still be there. A surge of determination coursed through him as he sprinted forward, ready to confront whatever lay ahead. A determined young man with dark hair launched an attack toward an unseen target. He felt a surge of confidence as he prepared to strike. A sense of purpose radiated from a resourceful young man as he focused intently on the golden spider legs in his hands. He examined the golden spider legs, contemplating their value for crafting stronger armor. He stood resolute, gripping his cloak tightly as he prepared to face the looming threats surrounding him. A stunning traditional Asian-style building stood majestically under a clear blue sky, embodying a serene atmosphere that enveloped Yi as he stood resolute. Yi returned home, excitement bubbling within him as he raised his hand in greeting. A tense atmosphere enveloped the scene as he focused intently on an unseen threat, his alarm palpable. He turned away from the damaged room, leaving behind the broken table and disheveled sofa, his expression resolute amidst the ominous silence. A surge of energy crackled around him, catching Yi off guard and heightening his alertness. He looked around, panic rising as he desperately searched for his parents, feeling the weight of uncertainty in the air. A shattered picture frame lay on the ground, its fragments reflecting the weight of memories lost. He reached for the broken picture frame, his heart heavy with sorrow. Dark energy swirled around a young man with dark hair, his glowing eyes filled with fury. He questioned about the whereabouts of his parents. If you'd like to see your favorite titles retold, leave a comment, and I'll be sure to pick some of them up from time to time. Also, let me know which video format you like more, long videos or short ones. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you again soon.